Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Coaching Uncovered podcast. My name is Chris Berry, and I'm going to be your host for today. Joining us, we have Esti Kedem. Hello, Esti. How are you doing?
Hello, Chris. I'm amazing. How are you?
Enjoying my Thursday morning and excited to go ahead and chat a little bit more about your business. I know we kind of jumped into some of the other stuff, but I held myself back because I wanted to save it for everyone. So before we kind of get into the nitty gritty, into the business, what your journey's been like, what you do on a day-to-day basis, just to get started, could you share just a little bit about your coaching business, what you do to help people, and the premise of everything?
Sure. So I am the founder of Love to Coach. I've been doing this for 5 years now. I am really excited every time I wake up in the morning. I'll be very honest, to do what I love doing is helping people, be there for them, support them emotionally and mentally. And the most important thing is to pass the message along that you have the courage, the possibility to grow, to make yourself into a better person the next day, only if you want to, obviously. Um, so Love to Coach is in my life for about 5 years now. I moved drastically from being a doula, a birth and postpartum doula, to the coaching world just because I understood there is a lot of need in my community and every community, I think, in terms of that transition from becoming a couple that parents together into a relationship, into life, and managing life with like career, home, kids, trying to keep it together, this whole craziness of our world these days. So I just recovered from COVID and I came into the realization that I need to do something else with myself. And that's where Love to Coach came into my mind, because my business previously was Love to Doula, which is I'm still a doula. I'm not, you know, I didn't forget that. That's who I am for real. A giver, a lot of giving. And I think I really believe in karma. And I think that as much as we're giving, we're getting back.
Mm.
So that's a little bit in a pinch about myself and the business.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I know that you're obviously making the transition from more of the doula that you used to do for, a couple of years over into, this mindset side of things. What led you to, obviously, I know you said, okay, I recovered from COVID and I'm like, okay, yes, I need to make a change. What were some other things that just kind of caused you to make that such pivotal? It's not massive because I'm sure that the mindset piece is also what you're doing with the doula too, but what made you want to solely focus on that mindset piece moving forward now?
When COVID came, I was only a doula, and then I had to cancel so many births. And I was like, how do I reach to people and support them in a different way that I can do virtually and not go into people's homes? And I was really, lying down in bed and thinking to myself, what can I make different tomorrow that I'll be able to still support people, maybe in a different way? And then I thought about the coaching, which I really wanted to do a long, long, long time ago. But because of life, I never sat down for a second and said to myself, okay, I need to really do something for me. And I think that's the turning point of my life, that I decided to do it first for myself. Then obviously it serves a lot of many other people that I still have, contact with until today, 5 years later. So that was my that was my mind shift, I could call it. And then after becoming a coach, I needed another project, obviously, as if anybody follows and knows me, I'm always on the go. I'm always thinking and looking for another project to do. And now I'm working on a very brand new online mentoring community called Mindset Connect, which I'm very excited for. Very excited.
That's awesome. And I know we spoke a little bit about Mindset Connect before, but for everyone that's listening or watching, can you kind of explain a little bit more in depth what is Mindset Connect? Why should someone join, and what do you really help people overcome and become better with?
Sure. So at the beginning, my idea was to create meeting groups to get people together. And then I understood that physically it's going to be too hard. People are very, very occupied with their own lives and commitments. And then I wanted to do an online course. And, we were trying and getting a message from the world, I guess, that we need to create something greater than this. And that's when Mindset Connect was born. Myself and my partner, Ilanit, which is not here right now, but I'm sure we're going to do another interview, probably maybe with her. And I would love to. We created Mindset Connect to get people together virtually worldwide in order to really get connect on a very deep level. It's not for everyone. This community is built out of membership based. It's very exclusive. We're not going to advertise because of the reason we want the very specific people to get to know Mindset Connect. It's something that it's a self-growth journey with support from coaches, from professional coaches, with all you need in one platform. There is live streams of encouragement and empowerment in the morning, which it's called Ignite in 5. There are going to be other memberships that you can join on a weekly or monthly basis, also have lives into them, as well as resources uploaded to the platform on a weekly or daily basis. There is always, in each and every membership, there are groups called Mindset Cafe, which you can literally chat with everyone and connect beyond the platform. And more than anything else, there is the career membership, which gives you the opportunity to really promote your business. There is a whole room just for business networking that it's there for you to join. So Mindset Connect, it's really special with the message to the world that if you understand the why of you, like why are you existed, why you need this growth, why are you here, then everything else will follow. It's a really a whole world of mentoring online platform. It also has an app, so it's very accessible. Yeah, and that's it. I'm super excited for it. We have a very private email list that we're going to launch through. It's not going to be distributed in our channels and my Instagram or, LinkedIn. It's all through the email funnel that we created specifically for those special people who we think should take part of Mindset Connect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like that piece that you said about being intentional, because especially in today's world, it's just go, 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 go. And people are just doing things because it's what they're supposed to do, rather than truly having every single aspect of their life be intentional. Also surrounding, especially, I know we talked about COVID a little bit before, but especially within COVID, I feel that people feel like they don't necessarily have the communities around them. They almost feel, even though they have people, it's how can they find better ways to connect with like-minded individuals that really want to do that, which is the fun part that I see of obviously what you're doing with Mindset Connect. One thing I know we touched upon very briefly before we started the interview that I found very interesting, and I understand the philosophy behind it, the marketing piece, right? Keeping it very exclusive and everything like that. You have the email list that you're going to go ahead and be launching on that. I have 2 questions. The first one that I'm going to go ahead and ask is, how do you guys continue to plan on growing the Mindset Connect community once you've actually launched from this initial email list and just getting more and more people in?
So we're really looking for friends and family based. Like we're really looking to concentrate on those special people that surround us, because we usually either are friends or a family or like-minded people. And if we're into growth, and if we're into self-work, and if we're into, doing and growing emotionally and mentally every day and getting better and getting the better version of ourselves, then we're probably surrounded by people just like that. So that's how we're going to invite more people to the community. The one missing piece that I forgot to say and mention is that every single membership gets a month free. Plus, the very, very crazy thing about that is that you get a questionnaire to answer, and only then you get approved for it. So it's not that not everybody can, it's not that you're not good enough for the community or anything like that, or we feel superior for you to not be in the community. It's just that maybe you're not in the right stage emotionally to get connected, because we wanted the community to be judgment free, to be the space for you to connect and grow without thinking twice of saying what you think and believe in your heart, and that's what I wanted. My initial thought is to create a space I can be me, you can be you, and we can get along, no problem. You know, no political views, no, just growth. How can I grow? How can I give you my growth and you can use it and move on with your business? And you can help me with my own business and I can grow from it. And
Mhm.
that's the main idea of Mindset Connect,
Hmm. I like that.
as well
And
as the name
yeah,
Mindset Connect.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's say that there's someone that's watching, listening, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, like this is exactly what I want to be a part of," and everything is something that do they have to just go to, for example, the website and then they fill out a form or a question? How does that work if they're wanting to go and do? Is that what you just described, or is it closed off until the initial launch happens and then later on they can come?
Right. So it's closed off. They can always reach out to me.
Mhm.
There is a link to get added to the email list. This is open to everyone.
Mm.
Everyone can get in the email list. You really get 5 emails in a course of probably around a week and a half. No, it's not too much. Very short, to the point of what we're doing there. Why is it created? Why is it for you? Why are you a good fit for our community? And why we can work together. So in those emails, you're going to get very specific information, very empowering. I always read it and I go through it, I think maybe twice a day, just to make sure it's to the point, that it reaches everyone's mind, that it's not just for a specific group of people, it's for everyone, really.
Mm.
But it depends on the stage you are in right now, right? So before November 1st, you can still be joining. Probably in about a week, I'm going to close that, but you have a week to do that. And then after that, after November 1st, you can always log into the website and register for one of the plans. You're more than welcome. You're going to get the questionnaire that's going to be sent to me, and we're going to approve it or not. You know what? I don't see why a person will approach to our Mindset Connect or will know about it from another person and will not be a good fit, right?
Yeah.
I don't see it. People can always leave. People can always welcome to come. People can only join the $10 a month plan, which is, fairly like you buy a coffee and a little treat. It's very affordable. It's fun. It's engaging. What we want is the message to go across that we all can grow together. That's why it's a community. It's not you're doing your thing on your own and you feel alone in your house 200 miles away. Well, I'm here and I can help you. I can be there for you. That's the main point of Mindset Connect.
Yeah, it's building much more than just, oh, you're going to get pieces of information. As you said many times, it's that community, and
Yes.
that's the beautiful part behind it, obviously. One question I do have is, a lot of coaches, they have a hard time selling. And obviously I know your stuff isn't, we're not necessarily talking 10, 20, $30,000, but still I work with some people that they're just like, oh, well, if I take their money, like what if they're in a bad financial position? So what is the philosophy and approach that you take to going ahead and charging people for this coaching, for the membership site, the Mindset Connect, everything? How do you see that and how it's your approach to it?
So my initial approach to everything I sell is, would I buy it? That's my initial approach. Like, I put myself in my client's shoes and I look at it. I take myself out of the situation. I know not everybody is able to even imagine what I'm saying right now, but that's what I do, really, for real life. Always I look at it from, not just from the selling point, not just from the marketing point, not from the business point of view, but as a person that wants to grow and does not have any kind of money to go for a $300 seeing a psychologist or getting a coach call with me one-on-one, which I charge a little less than that. They don't have they don't have that, but they still want to gain a little bit, tiny bit of it, you know, at the tip of the iceberg, just to be part of something, just to take part of, belonging, feel the growth, have someone else's support. And it's not just myself, it's the community that will support one another. I'm just going to manage it. I'm all obviously part of it, but I feel like making it more affordable. So our membership starts from $9.99 a month, going up to $139 a month for a career coach, which is also not very expensive. If you compare those prices as monthly to what you really get from the community and the platform, There is no, I mean, you get a lot from it. You gain knowledge, you gain confidence, you gain a lot of empowerment. You gain, you're inspired. That's what I want people to feel when they go into Mindset Connect. I want people to be inspired, to feel that they own it. They can do it. They can get up in the morning and do what they would love to do and find the ways to do it. And that in the community, they're going to find the tools and the skills to really develop it, like practicing CBT, doing NLP, really working on their self-worth, to work on their self-true core values. Every day there is a different topic. We go by a monthly theme, into a weekly topic, into a daily. So it's very much organized into content that will follow all the memberships together and will bring all the community together.
I like that. And one of the most powerful things that you said was, for what they're paying versus what they're getting is just so much greater. And I think the coaches I work with, that's what they just lose sight of. It's not only the fact of I'm taking money from the person. It's no. Like, they're paying this much, but they're going to get this much from it.
Exactly. Yes.
Because
That's the point.
I've set it up in the way, it's like, and I think that's, for a lot of coaches, you remember what is the value behind what it is. And oftentimes a lot of coaches out there, the person who they serve and the person that they are most qualified to serve is the person that they used to be. And so if, let's say,
true. I could not, you gave me goosebumps. I could not agree more.
Yeah. Well, that's the beautiful part behind it, because so many people have this question in the back of their head of like, oh, well, am I qualified to do this? Or like, well, I don't have my coaching certification, or I don't have this, or I have that. And my response always seems like, hold on, pause. The person who you are serving is you 10 years ago. And I have a question for you. Knowing you, what you know now, would you have helped yourself 10 years ago?
Absolutely. Yes. I always, even this morning, I uploaded a reel about, not a real story about, my content for this week is toxic relationships and how to help and deal with difficult people in our lives. And I came up and I said, I've been there. I went through this. I'm not like better than you and I think that's what really made me create Mindset Connect as well with my partner, because first of all, she's like-minded like me. She's exactly the same. Is if I can give you that courage, that knowledge, that mental strength, if I believe in you, you should believe in yourself first. And that's something that I think that's the main reason why we created the memberships, why we created them so affordable, and why we created them so flexible that each and every tier that you go up, you get whatever you get when you go down. So if, for example, if you get the $9.99, then you get 5 minutes of live stream resources and a chat room with the community that are in your membership. Plus, if you go above that for the $39.99, you get everything you get in the Ignite in 5, plus more. We built it this way that it's just going to be I want people to earn from it. I want people to go into the platform and feel, you know what? I want to invest my time, because time is precious and people's time is super precious. And I want them to invest the time in coming up and showing up in lives and taking part of discussions, because it's super important. That's what makes my community like-minded. Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's one thing that I've loved, is you kind of share, because you can read through people at times, even if the words are different, you can just tell people's heart. And that's one of the biggest things for me, even why I created TD Coach and everything like that, is to take the coaches that have a genuine desire. I just want to help people. I want to serve. I want to do right by people. And the hard part is, a lot of times these coaches, they maybe don't understand the intricacies of running a coaching business. They're not the best marketers. They're not the best salespeople, whatever it is. And so you have other coaches over here that are gobbling up all the market, all the people that want help, but they're not really getting the result. And that's the part that I love, as we're talking about, understanding the value and all of that. It comes down to, even as you're saying, like, as you're saying all of this, you can feel your heart. You can feel like where your genuine desire is to really help people. And that's really the same thing, because like I said before, a lot of coaches we face that I work with, what they face is, they don't charge enough, or am I worthy enough to do all this? And the beautiful part behind it, and it's so apparent with you, as I've said a couple of times now, is your heart. Like, is your heart there to
Oh, thank you.
genuinely help people and all of that? And
Thank you.
that's the beautiful part of, regardless of whatever it is, you said, like, you have to believe in yourself. And maybe it's not even the fact of, okay, have I had all of this results or that results? It's also the fact of, like, do you believe in yourself that you're going to continue to show up for your clients? That you're going to continue to pour your all into it, and that you can figure stuff out. And then once people really get into that perspective, like, you know what, you're right. And I wish I did have someone that was 10 years ahead of me that had gone through this, that can give me, even if it's not perfect, they can just give me the pointers, you know?
Absolutely.
So yeah. One last thing, because I know we do have a couple more minutes before we go ahead and start wrapping up. One thing I was really curious about is, obviously you have Mindset Connect. This is the position that you're transitioning, especially when it comes to, membership and communities like this, where you have, a recurring monthly subscription. One of the biggest things that, people focus on is the retention piece, right? How do we continue to have people paying us, getting the value and everything like that? I know that Mindset Connect, you guys are just looking to go ahead and launch November 1st. So it's not like it's ins and outs of everything. So whether you want to pull from that, or whether you want to even pull from the stuff that you've done previously with your doula work, what are some strategies, some tactics that you do just to keep client retention, to keep people happy and everything like that?
I think the content needs to talk to you. And I'm always like, I think every day I'm waking up and I was like, oh, I need to put this in my content. I need, I change it all the time. But I created a master plan that feeds into the community in all the levels. And the meaning behind it is that we created a master plan that will reach each and every person in each and every level they're going to be in. So it's not just whether you went through, a progress and you need to start from somewhere. It's wherever you're going to be, you're going to feel comfortable being in the community. And that's what makes the difference, where to keep it going in a way where it's going to be simple enough, it's going to be clear enough, you're going to feel the desire to want and be in the next live. I didn't want to bombard people with like info and, starting journaling and how to manifest your future. Those things are going to be more in the upper level membership. But as I'm keeping it small and basic, everyone who will want more can always upgrade their membership. And we're going to do family and friends event at one point. We're trying to outreach and get people to share it with like-minded people. And again, it's not for everyone, but it's for everyone. I don't even know how to explain it. It's if you want and you're looking for that growth and it's not just going to be, hey, let's take a deep breath together. You're going to get content. It's like a lot of exercises. You're going to have worksheets to get done. It's not just like it's not going to be only on the platform. You can download it to your phone. You can put it in your notes. It's going to be so accessible that people will just going to be amazed by it. And that's how I wanted it to be for myself. And that's why I created it this way. So that's basically how we're going to reach more people, but really get people to know the community, and then we can open it more to more people, because the volume doesn't matter to us. I mean, if it's going to be 10 people live or 200 or 3,000, it doesn't matter. We're going to do the same in reach. It's the same in-depth work. I mean, if you're coming up to live and there is homework and you're going to come next day and not going to do it, you're going to feel left behind, right? Because we're going to move on onto a different topic, and we're going to enrich in a different empowerment topic. And, you're just going to feel like you're left behind and left alone. That's where you're going to understand. It's just about getting the hype of things to understand how things really work in the community. I'm sure it's going to take time for people to understand our mindset as well, but it's mainly around growth and work and inner work and sitting down with yourself and journaling and sitting down with yourself and figuring, what are your values? Do you know what your values are by heart? Nobody does. Like, you don't, and they also change, right? Within the age, within the if you have small children, if you have big kids, or if you're not married, or it's not like for one person. So working in all those pieces will make you feel accomplished. It's going to make you feel worthy. All of a sudden people will discover themselves, and that's the missing piece. People are not happy. They go to coaching, they go to counseling, but they don't really do the work. I cannot do the work for my clients. I always tell them, if you won't do the work, I'm here to support you, to guide you, to give you the tools, and to teach you the skill. You're not going to do the work, we're done. That's pretty much it. I also, it happened to me once or twice at least, that I said to a client, you know what, we're not a good fit. We can't continue and work together, because if the work is not being done, there is no progress. And when there is no progress, then I'm not liking it here. So that's the main thing around the Mindset Connect. It's not that you're going to do it all day long, but it's going to inspire you to do more.
Yeah. Well, it's keeping accountability, because people are joining Mindset Connect to have change. Yeah, of course, they might enjoy it, but the whole purpose of coaching is to, have meaningful change, have transformation in it. And some people, some people just get it and they do it. Other people, they kind of need a little bit of kick in the behind.
They need a push. Yeah.
So
yeah,
exactly. Well, this has been awesome. I'm sure we could continue talking about all of these different things for hours and hours and hours.
It's never ending.
That's true. One question I do have, I know that you mentioned it a little bit beforehand, but if anybody wants to learn more about Mindset Connect, wants to just even connect with you, what's the best way for them to go ahead and do that?
They can send me a message on Instagram. They can always email me, but it's more complicated. So I find message on Instagram is best. They can also look me up on Facebook. They can 100% search Mindset Connect on Google, and they'll find something for sure, because it's already up there.
Okay.
Even if the community is closed, I am trying to, there is a landing page that it's open to the total community to just reach out.
Okay. Understood.
Yeah.
And then your Instagram, sounds like that's the best medium. And of course they can do these other things too. What's your Instagram handle, just so people can go ahead and look you up?
So I do have a Mindset Connect Instagram, but if you want to make a shortcut and get right to me, it's Esti Kedem at Love to Coach.
Okay. Awesome. Very cool. Well, Esti, it has been awesome. And we'll look forward to go ahead and having more conversations here in the near future.
Sure. Thank you so much, Chris, for the opportunity.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. So everyone, I hope that you were able to enjoy this episode of the Coaching Uncovered podcast with Esti. As you can see, one of the foundational pieces, and I know I said it a bunch of times, is regardless of where you are in the process, of whether you've been doing it for years and years, whether you're just getting started, a lot of people don't necessarily value themselves and everything like that, and have it to be where you can really just understand when you genuinely care, as Esti did, and really having meaningful change. It doesn't matter in regards to how much you're going to go ahead and charge. If you can really, as she talked about, make that value so much higher than what you're charging, it's not like you're just taking someone's money. It's you're doing them a service. You're doing them a favor, because the person that you are typically helping is the person that you used to be. I hope that you guys got as much value as I did out of this interview with Esti. If you are not subscribed, make sure you please subscribe, or go ahead and add this to your downloads. And we will see you guys here on the next Coaching Uncovered podcast.